money. I'm Carlos, really running the best. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed. Car moving through these Ubers, I maneuver with the bag, baby. Never feeling stressed.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Baltimore Ravens. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. The dangerous Hill now to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10.
Gone! Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Now let's go!
Jackson from the shotgun. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go!
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
That defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 13. Out of the gun. Goff. Got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Goff on first down. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
To the air again. Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing again is Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Detroit!
On 2nd down, Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 56. Now let's go.
On second down, here's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now Jackson throwing again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now.
To throw on 2nd down, Jackson. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
And the Rams getting set to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Goff again. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And got a man. It's Woods. And out across midfield down to the 45. That one goes for 24 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Here's Goff. He's going to rifle. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And some space here. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10.
Let's go!
Now the Purdue man. This is Akeem Hunt. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Jackson now looking to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Jackson now. Forced out to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Gun!
From the gun, Jackson. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 14-yard pickup, but it'll still be second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go!
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cannon. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Two minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Baltimore after this.
Set! Green 30.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Set! Green 39.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal.
All right, here we go.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Set!
Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So we're trading first half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Now Goff on 1st down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Goff on 3rd down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Super 66.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. 20, 10, touchdown LA. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Rams are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Marty looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
The return man is Hill. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. Bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And that's complete to Cooks. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Goff now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Again, Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Goff throwing again. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's got this down to the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Gurley looking for a repeat of his 2017 performance. He's off to a good start as the Rams come up 1st and 10. They'll run here with John Kelly. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. Room past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Okay, every now and then, my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, here we go. 319. 319.
On second down, here's Jackson. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Aaron Donald in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
319. 319.
Here's Jackson on third and long. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is fielded at the 27. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 50, it's gone. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Goff on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he gets it down to the 32. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Goff finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And no, it's incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Set.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now let's go.
On 2nd down, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Well, yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Now let's go.
From the gun, Jackson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10.
Gone!
From the gun, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And Jackson throwing once more, being chased out left. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal.
Here we go now. Boom, Landy.
They'll try to run with Hunt, and I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Now let's go.
They run again with Hunt, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Akeem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish him off.
The score that puts him in front here late, but not. You've got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defensive coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. It's the Pro Bowl corner, Aqib Talib there to stop him. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
Detroit!
finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter. Do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On third down, it's Rose, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up fourth.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And the Rams now coming out on the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. It sets him back for second down.
14.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And now it's third down. This secondary as a unit, they've worked really well together in this one, especially late.
A lot of cohesiveness, a lot of communication, and some great athleticism. They're playing so well now, a nickname is sure to follow. They're going to have to name this whole unit soon.
The Rams on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. He's back to throw. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. Desperation time for Goff on fourth. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Baltimore, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my round.